Sure enough, the end of the struggle was internal strife. Seeing that the opponent was about to be wiped out, the two werewolves actually started plotting against each other. The top student couldn't bear it, directly drew a knife and stabbed his companion Junyuan. Suddenly the system prompt sounded. Werewolves were not allowed to hurt each other. Junyuan seized the opportunity, picked up the spray and sprayed it into the top student's eyes. Then turned around, closed the door of the freezer. After a while, Shueba's vision recovered a little. He suddenly found that the switch to adjust the temperature had been damaged. In anger, he wanted to find a playbook to vent his anger, but soon realized that the other party had been switched. It turned out that Junyuan had planned everything, ever since she discovered that Wanshu's mobile phone had been taken away. She started looking for corpses to disguise herself. Even how to deal with Shueba. I thought about freezing him to death in the warehouse. And Wanshu himself is currently in a compartment outside the cold storage. The attentive Junyuan was actually still in the fight. Retrieved her mobile phone. If there is no accident, a top student in a low temperature environment, he will definitely not last half an hour. But he also fought hard to survive. He actually used the white cloth wrapped around the body to keep warm. In a trance, it seemed like a basketball was coming. The top student trembled all over. I saw a tall figure approaching slowly. It turned out to be Allah, who was brutally killed by him. The top student screamed in fright. It took a long time to realize what I had just experienced was just an illusion. The next day came in the blink of an eye. Wanshu woke up from his deep sleep at the same time. Monitor Junshi also sat up. It turned out that Junyuan had let him go yesterday, counting Asai and Shueisai, who were killed by the top student. The civilian players were only Wanshu and Junshi. The two quickly found Junyuan in the hall. However, they did not appreciate each other's kindness of not killing. After all, werewolves and civilians, only one party can survive. Junyuan said that she had a last resort, after just saying a few words and quickly killing the top student. Then turned and left. Unexpectedly, the top student broke open the cold storage door last night. Junyuan tried voting with her mobile phone. It means that he is still alive. Wanshu, who received the notification tone, was about to vote. Junshi asked her to wait. Anyway, voting for the top student now can't make him die immediately. Besides, there is another. The werewolf Junyuan, who couldn't figure it out. If it didn't work, he would kill the two of them directly. But before that, Junshi planned to find out the details of Junyuan. After the other party left, while playing with books, she found an extra packaging box in her backpack. She remembered that it was a birthday gift to Junyuan. It contained a bracelet of the same style. But now when she opened the box again, it turned into a USB flash drive. She curiously inserted it into her computer to check the contents. There was a simulation game inside. Among them was the strange maze she encountered earlier. The memory of playing with books began to blur. Checked the class photo again. Found that Junyuan was not in it. She finally remembered. The other person was actually her dead best friend Park Se-young. Characters in the self-made game. Suddenly the door to the room was broken open. Wanshu turned around in fear. Junshi here kept asking, what did Junyuan want to do? The latter was a little anxious. Said that the top student was the real danger. As soon as he finished speaking, they received news from the top student at the same time. If you want to save Wanshu, hurry up to the roof. The two people climbed up the stairs without hesitation. Sure enough, they saw Wanshu, who was grabbed by the neck by the top student. The other party was already a little crazy. He actually wanted to kill everyone. He first forced Junyuan to jump from the roof. Then he asked Junshi to come over and die. Junyuan was still calm and online. Understand that even if he died, the top student could not let Wanshu go. Then she threatened again. The top student's behavior of forcing his teammates to death. Be careful to be punished by Yugi. The latter became more and more panicked. Wanshu seized the opportunity to break free. Junshi on the side rushed forward. Unfortunately, he was quickly knocked over by the opponent with a stone. The top student yelled. He picked up the dagger and rushed towards the two girls. Wanshu saw that the situation was not good. Used his body to help Junyuan block the fatal knife. Junshi, who had just recovered, saw this scene. Rushed forward angrily. Fighting with the top student again. Painful wails came from the grass from time to time. Junyuan watched the top student stand up. However, there was a bloody dagger stuck in his abdomen. The moment he fell, a sound sounded announcing the top student's death. Junshi finally did not disappoint this time. It's a pity that Wanshu was also stabbed. It looked like she couldn't last long. She said to Junyuan with difficulty, I miss you very much. Park Se-young. It turned out that when Wanshu saw the contents of the USB flash drive, she recovered all her memories. That birthday gift was actually given to her best friend Park Se-young. And standing in front of her was Junyuan. In fact, it was the incarnation of the opponent in the game. The latter said that he couldn't help it. Wanshu tilted his head and saw that he was about to die. Junyuan's eyes suddenly became determined. She asked Wanshu to hold on a little longer. After saying that, she stepped to the edge of the rooftop. Junyuan's body flashed a few times incredulously. Then she jumped down without hesitation. The system prompt sounded quickly. The last werewolf dies. The game ended with the victory of the civilian player. Scenes of horrific experiences emerged again. Wanshu opened her eyes suddenly. She suddenly found that there were many metal wires connected to her body. She looked around curiously. The classmates were all asleep. In the seat cabin full of technology. At this time, the big screen in front lit up, displaying everyone's information and pictures of previous experiences. Suddenly 2 middle-aged people appeared. I recognized them at a glance. They were the parents of my dead best friend Park Se-young. She finally understood where they were. Back in time a few months ago, the top student actually used her photos because he had a crush on Park Se-young. He secretly enjoyed the synthesized dance video. Who knew he was accidentally discovered by a few gangsters in Ale? Who knew that by accident? Discovered by a few gangsters in Ale. This incident quickly spread to the ears of the deputy monitors who were not dealing with Park Se-young. They actually threatened the top student, sent the video to the class group. As a result, the whole class knew about the incident and began to ridicule Park Se-young. Wanshu and Junshi did not know about it at first. Saw Park Se-young look panic. Just asked a few questions without going into details, until the other party could not bear the pressure and jumped into the river and committed suicide. Only then did the two of them regret it. Unfortunately, everything was irreversible. Park Se-young's parents blamed all the classmates for their daughter's death, so they were all brought to the laboratory. Using virtual reality technology, let everyone experience the most realistic werewolf game. After each round of the game, their memories will be reshaped. In order to start a new round of the game, calculating time has been repeated dozens of times. Wanshu suddenly recalled, this experience of werewolf killing is very similar to the game designed by Park Se-young. It turns out that her parents just want these murderers in the world created by their daughter's own hands, constantly experiencing the torture of death, paying for the mistakes she committed. Wanshu can't figure it out. ZZ and Junshi are Park Se-young's best friends. Why should they also be punished? Who knew that Park Se-young's mother would be even more angry? It is precisely because you are good friends. She should have helped Park Se-young at the beginning, instead of letting her bear all the pain alone. After listening to the book, she felt even more guilty than before. She has always regretted not being able to advance and retreat together with Park Se-young. Now she is willing to take all the responsibilities. I just hope that I can let other classmates go. Park Se-young's father is a little soft-hearted. It turns out that they woke up Wanshu because there were some errors in the game this time. I want to ask her some details in person. Now Park Se-young's father already knows the answer. Wanshu can retrieve memories. It's all the help of his daughter's game character. And in the previous game options, there is no such thing as suicide. But the daughter did it in order to save her classmates. It means that the other party has forgiven everyone. I don't want this game to continue. The so-called revenge for my daughter is actually just the obsession of the two of them. Unexpectedly, Park Se-young's mother shook her head. She can't let go of her obsession at all. Then the playbook in the cockpit. Falling asleep again. When she woke up, she found herself in a bus. She didn't take it seriously at first, but she could see a familiar scene behind the scenes. Wanshu reacted suddenly. Isn't this the start of a new round of games? The above is the entire content of Nightfall. Some people may wonder how Wanshu can retain his memory this time. How can playing with books retain memories this time? Some details in the drama actually gave the answer. First, her best friend helped her awaken her true memory, and she entered the game during the argument between Park Se-young's parents. The two of them probably didn't have time. Restart her memory. If this drama has a second season, Wanshu will be even more persistent, stopping the game, and those classmates who don't know the truth, fighting each other. Presumably the plot will be more exciting. In fact, many people have guessed it before. This is actually a game. Because many settings and phenomena can only be realized in procedural games. Fortunately, the screenwriter has no choice. The unoriginal dream setting, it can be regarded as the suspense left before. I submitted a sincere answer sheet. Okay, that's it for today. See you next time.